Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the final days of this season of Go Battle League, and it is all 3 open leagues as we've shown in the last couple videos. So we're going to be going over again Open Great League just because that's what I prefer. And yeah, it's going to be a very similar team to last team that I posted, or maybe it was 2 videos ago, but it's going to be Alolan Sandslash in the front with Shadowclaw, and I believe Shadowclaw is a Community Day move, just to let you know. It would cost you an Elite TM. And then our backline is going to be Malamar and Azumarill. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Wow, we're really fast to get into the video here, but first, if you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let's go ahead and just get right into it. Let me load up the video here, and boom. Oh, all right. We have an Ariados lead here. This is pretty good for us. We resist all of the charge moves that it has to use here, so I'm guessing they're going to go for the lunge and then just try to get us, I guess, a little bit lower, but they end up switching into Moltres. Now, Azumarill is obviously a fairy type against a dark type, so there's a very good matchup for you. The only thing they can really throw into you that is going to hurt is going to be Brave Bird. So if they go for the Brave Bird here, we can go directly for an Ice Beam, which would be damage to their already reduced HP. But since they didn't, we're going to go for our big move, Play Rough. They do end up coming back in with the Ariados. We can go good timing here. Again, 3-turn move on Azumarill versus the 2-turn move on Ariados means that we're going to throw on odd timings. So 1, 3, 5. Probably you're not going all the way to 7. But also every 3, you're going to outpace them to a move. They do get to the Trailblaze here. Luckily, again, we have this super hard counter in Sandslash. They're probably going to be weak against this again. They did Trailblaze, so this is going to do a little bit more damage than the first one. They end up coming in with a Marowak. This is going to be super effective ice move, but we definitely need to just get out of here, considering that it is doing super effective fast attacks. Now, we probably don't want to get KO'd here, so we're going to use all our shields here. Again, we don't really need the shields in the other matchup, so once we shield there, our opponent knows I'm just going to get out of here. All right, Gyarados lead. Actually going to be Shadow Gyarados with Dragon Breath. So we do resist Dragon Breath considering we are a Steel type. Usually, Sandslash would be pretty... would take a lot of damage, basically pretty frail in Open Great League. You notice we are not using the Shadow version, so we do have a little bit more HP in that sense. A little bit more to work with, I should say. The Quagsire, Shadow Quagsire coming in, I wonder if it's going to be triple water with like a Gastrodon in the back. That's going to be my guess. They end up throwing the move here. We throw here as well. Again, we're almost to the next, or we're already at 2 moves if we want to go back to back. And they do let it go. Obviously, we did use a shield, so we just want to throw before they get to the next one, and we could basically farm them down, so they just let go. They come in with a Primeape. We switch right into our Malamar. We're really going to be scared of something like Close Combat. They end up throwing the Rage Fist. Now we're throwing the Superpower. I don't know if they're going to let it go or not. They do actually just let it go. Interesting. Now they come back in with the Dugong. Again, we can go for the Superpower, and while our attack and defense is dropped by 1 stat, it's still going to be super effective, so it's going to do a little bit of damage. They're just trying to go for the full farm down here. Oh, we actually make it to 2. Okay, great IVs. Okay. We come in with the Azumarill because they're not really going to do too much damage, and we get a little bit of a lead going into this next matchup. It could be like Annihilate if it's going to be an ABB comp. Probably we want to go for Ice Beams. Again, 3-turn move versus 2-turn move, so we're going to throw on odd timings, 1, 3, 5. They end up going for the Rage Fist there. Now, we didn't shield the first one because it doesn't do that much damage, and we do resist the counters, but we are going to have to shield the later ones. Now, shielding this one makes sense because they're going to get buffed again, but we have a move available, so we just want to take their last shield. Something to really think about in the back is that I believe the Dugong is still alive, so we do need to be worried about the switch. We probably have to shield this one, and we can wait a full turn, or we can throw a bubble and see if they throw 2. And we do end up waiting. They throw a counter, and this will KO, and then the Dugong is low with no energy, so we're just fast attack that down. All right, and we wanted to get rid of the debuff too, so All right, Sandslash against Shadow Sandslash. So while the Shadow does 20% more damage, they take 20% more as well. Before resistances and all this stuff. Or not resistance. Yeah, resistances, but I'm thinking more of like IVs is what I mean. So they do have Powder Snow. We do have Shadow Claw. So we will survive one of these, whereas now they're getting very low from the fast attacks. And they will get KO'd if they let this go through. So us winning switch here would be amazing for us. If they end up shielding, probably they can't. They have to throw another move. And they do win CMP. Now the question is, do we want to win this matchup or not? We're going to let this go. We have the shield advantage. Probably going to come in with the Azumarill. Just try to get the bubble down here. Even one drill run, obviously not going to do that much damage. We are in a Azumarill at the end of the day, so we have a lot of HP to work with. And yeah, we end up having a ton of energy here. They actually have Lantern. It's been a while since I've seen Lantern. Spark was changed to have more damage, basically. They end up coming in with an Altaria. Now, we do have a shield advantage here, and we're basically just throwing one-turn attacks at each other, so HP is going down fast. Probably we want to win this matchup, I imagine, because we do want to hit the Lantern with something more neutral-based. We don't want to go into that Azumarill matchup necessarily. And the next Foul Play is going to KO this, but we get to a Foul Play and a Superpower, so if we do want to throw that Superpower right away, we also technically have another Foul Play, but probably just... Okay, we go for the Foul Play, and if they want to overcharge, we can go for the Superpower afterwards, giving ourselves a little bit more HP to work with. Trying to catch here. At the end of the day, this might have been a catch, although we got a bubble through, so yeah, Thunderbolt coming through, maybe, I think we're at a move. Oh, we're not at a move, but they're one away, and we get the Superpower off here, and we would definitely win CMP if that were the case, but this was us throwing right before they actually were able to get there, so GG. And it looks like they left knowing that that would happen. All right, Wigglytuff, good-ish lead. They end up switching into Drapion. Drapion, a very good safe swap. We've talked about this on a lot this season. One of the safer swaps in Open Great League. But it does take Drill Run pretty bad here. We do have the Azumarill to go into as well. They have shown the Aqua Tail there, so we're not too scared about any Sludge Bomb availability here. Probably this ends up being a crunch and a KO. Oh, they only get to the Aqua Tail, makes sense. They come back in with the Wigglytuff. Now, while Wigglytuff's doing full damage, we have no resistance against these charms. Again, Azumarill is a very hefty lad, so able to eat a lot of this damage if we want. Oh, this is Stomp, or Swift, rather. So we definitely are going to survive this, and we have enough to get to the Play Rough here. Wait a turn to see if they end up catching. This Play Rough is very close to KOing. I'm not sure it will KO. Oh, it does. Okay, great. They end up having a Dunsparce, and this is going to be GG. They're going to take a lot of damage in these moves, and they're going to be shielding no matter what, in fear of a Superpower, but also just the damage is going to add up over time. And the thing is, we don't have to shield one of these moves, or the first move, I should say, and we can save our shields for the second and third, and then we'll just end up winning this matchup just outright. We're going to go for double Superpower, I'm sure. Again, we have we're going to be able to win CMP if we just want to go back-to-back, save the shield for Alolan Sandslash. Only thing is we do have Shadow Claw, so it is double resisted. But we should be switching out anyways, even if we think, yeah, even if this is a drill run. Although I think we'd survive a drill run being the non-shadow as well, so yeah, GG. Walrein, not one you see very often. This matchup's a little awkward. They can get to Earthquake in 9. Drill Run going to be the best move we can throw at them, whereas their Earthquake is going to be super effective against us. Ours is only going to be neutral. Do we live in Earthquake? I kind of doubt it. I will say I don't know that matchup that well, so they end up going for an Icicle Spear. Again, it takes 5 to get to the Icicle Spears with the Powder Snow. And they end up shielding. Okay. Probably we could go for a shield and farm down if we think this is going to be the Earthquake. Another reason why oh, they end up baiting again. Okay, they end up coming with Malamar. We can go for a lot of energy, then switch to Azumarill. Azumarill not taking a lot of damage from this Malamar. And this is tough. We've gained so much of a lead on Alolan Sandslash for later, and they're reduced here, and that's just going to be GG. All right, Wigglytuff lead. Again, the Shadow Claw is going to be resisted, double resisted by the Wigglytuff, but we do resist the charms as well, and we double resist Icy Wind and resist Swift as well. So this is just a really good matchup for Alolan Sandslash, even though we have some pitfalls in the matchup as well. They end up going for the Icy Wind just to lower the damage, I guess, but yeah, we're going to get a few more drill runs off. I guess the next Swift might be enough to KO us. We have taken one of their shields, so that's not too bad. Again, really just don't want this against the Malamar. It's fine against the Azumarill as well. And also, we're getting this, at the end of the day, we're getting it super low. And, yeah, we go for the drill run just because we know we can make it resisting the charms. We already have a 2 shield advantage now. And, we'll see if they end up switching. Again, probably just going to save both shields for Malamar. Just let Malamar sort of cook in the back here. They end up switching to Dunsparce. Yeah, I mean, what the opponent's trying to do is lure out the last Mon, see if they can win with it, get some damage off with Wigglytuff as well. They're not in superpower range from here, so maybe we shield the next move and go up to 2 moves. Or if they let us get to the superpower, maybe we just throw the superpower. Oh, we CMP on the foul play, even better. We don't reduce our defensive stat by 1 here. If they do come back in with a Wigglytuff, they are going to take a lot of damage from just the fast attacks. So it's possible we get it down, but we're not going to get to another move against whatever this is in the back. Oh, we might not see what it is. All right, Azumarill 2 shields. Looks like it's going to be good enough. All right, Azumarill lead. We're going to take neutral damage from the bubbles, but we are going to double resist Ice Beam, being an ice and steel type, both resisting ice, and we're going to be resisting a Play Rough if they run that as well, as because of our steel typing. Now if they run Hydro Pump, you know, whatever, most of these are not running that. I would not put myself in that situation thinking that it's going to be up. I definitely would just let it go and really hope that it's not Hydro Pump. But you can catch people off guard for those things as well. So a Play Rough will KO from here. They go a bit on bad timing, which is great for us. Going to be able to get a lot of farm here, although we're getting a little bit of lag. We can throw the Ice Punch here because it will KO. And if they shield, we can throw one right away again and take maybe both of the shields. They end up having Malamar here in the back, sort of like our backline, I guess, Azumarill and Malamar. Really good Mon in this cup. We end up switching into our own Malamar. They are in range of... They're not quite in range of foul play, but hopefully, well, the problem is the Psywaves are triple resisted, so they're really close to being in range, though. They end up having a Drapion in the back here, so they do catch a resisted move. Again, Superpower is going to be neutral against this thing, as well as Psywave also being neutral. I'm sorry, Psywave is resisted because Dark double resists Poison type. What am I saying? Double resists Psychic, and then Poison takes super effective. So again, we're not throwing the superpower, probably just trying to see if we can take a shield here. Probably going to switch into Azumarill pretty soon, or if we think we can make it to a superpower, let them throw energy. We are out of shields, but the Azumarill ends up coming in there. I assume they don't have Sledge Bomb. Okay, Crunch. So if we do get debuffed, we can always switch just to get out of it, and we resist all of the moves that aren't Psywave anyways from here. We try to go for the Ice Beam, but they are out of move, so... Well, the Drapion is so low, we're just going to go for the Ice Beam right away here, KO this, and then fast attack down the Drapion, and that'll be GG. Even a... I don't think a Crunch would KO from there. Alright, they end up coming in from a Clodsire into a Primeape. We do hard wall this sort of thing. Even 2 Rage Fists is not enough for us to ever shield. I think even 3 Rage Fists is something we don't care about. So, gonna just go for a little bit of energy here. Probably go one more and then an Ice Beam. It is getting... I mean, Primeape is just kind of frail, so an Ice Beam gonna be enough here. Don't need to go all the way up to the... Don't need to use the big move of Play Rough. They end up shielding. Okay. We'll definitely make it to another move here. I believe we'll live this as well. Probably just going to throw right away. Oh, they end up close combating. Okay. We come in to Psywave them all the way down. This can't be a close combat, can it? Oh, it can. So we do end up shielding. Really good shield here. They end up coming with a Malamar. Remember, there's a Clodsire still in the back, so we're fine just staying in this mirror match. They're not going to shield this first one. We're not going to shield their first one. And yeah. We'll hopefully just have the Alolan Sandslash in the back versus that Clodsire. Now, something you do have to be worried about in that matchup is definitely the ability for them to Earthquake. Again, going for the superpower here because they're probably going to go for the superpower as well, and we need to make sure that we are throwing energy as fast as possible. Now, it's a question of do we think we win CMP here? They know we're at the move, also they could catch as well. They end up staying in, so this should KO. They've reduced their defense 1, even though we have reduced our attack by 1 as well. Do we get KO'd by 1 Earthquake? I don't know. The Poison Stings are going to be double resisted by the Steel typing here. If we live in Earthquake, we auto-win this. If we don't, it's going to be very close. Ooh, the Primeape to take out. Are we going to make it to a foul play? And is it going to be enough? Because Clodsire is very bulky. Guess it's IV dependent here. Oh my god, they live by like 1 HP. Sludge Bomb. That's a place where Stone Edge would have lost, so great on them for having... I mean, lucky on them, I guess. But more well, I was going to say more people run Sludge Bomb, but it's been such an uptick in Stone Edge that I don't know. Just a really close and good game there. Alright, Talonflame versus Malamar. Talonflame takes a lot of damage. They end up switching into Toxapex, so it's going to be taking a lot of damage from these Psy Waves. Oh my god, it's getting absolutely burned. I know there is a breakpoint for us doing more damage with Psy Wave. I don't know if this one is that or not, as these are from Dunebug, which in the description below, check it out, his Twitch channel. He streams almost every day. End up coming back in with the Alolan Sandslash, and since we don't have Powder Snow, we can actually just farm it down with the Shadow Claw. Again, if you didn't watch the beginning, Shadow Claw is a community move. Hopefully you aren't TMing 1,000 times and hoping for the best. Okay, Talonflame double, super effective fire damage into us, but we do get to the Ice Punch here. We are very low HP now, but we either get the shield or KO this. Probably bring in the Malamar, let them burn this away, and then hope that they are weak in the back. I assume it's going to be like Drapion. Could it be Brave Bird? No. It's Diggersby, so we are super effective against them. They can lower... they can throw Scorching Sands against us. That's their best move. But I think the second Icy Wind or Ice Beam is going to KO. Okay, Scorching Sands. Okay, they don't get the debuff. Now we'll live this. I mean, we'll probably live 2 to be honest. But we should just... Should we just throw right away, or should we go good timing? Okay, we get... I believe it's an attack drop. Someone can let me know. But we're able to KO him, so GG. Close. Ooh, Dunsparce lead. A bit rough, but Malamar is pretty good in Dunsparce. The thing is, they don't know whether or not we're going to throw Superpower. Probably they wouldn't have... Well, they know the timing, probably, and this doesn't KO. They end up coming in with the Azumarill. They're not going to be able to farm us down. So, I mean, this ends up being really good for us because we're going to get a little bit of damage into the Azumarill, and we got a ton of damage onto the Dunsparce. And at the end of the day, yes, they can farm up to 100 energy and then throw, but... they are going to have to throw no matter what. So we're going to come back in with the Alolan Sandslash. Ooh, they throw an Ice Beam and a little bit of an Undercharge just so they can get a little bit more energy. Actually, this is fantastic play by the opponent. We do end up saving that Malamar for a possible shield later, aka we're just going to throw it in as a catch. And we do resist all these moves here, so we now have a big energy advantage now if they do come back in with the Dunsparce. And we do go up to 2 moves. Tried to throw when they were going to bring in their Dunsparce, but it looks like they were ready at the trigger there. So, but we do have a lot of energy again. They end up coming again with the Azumarill, which means they're super weak to the Alolan Sandslash in the back. I don't know what that would mean. It could be... I was about to say Drapion. So this is pretty good for us. The only thing is they do have 2 shields, but we have 2 Mon available as well. We're definitely... we could... we could go for Play Rough or Ice Beam. Honestly, it's only going to cost us one more bubble to go for the Play Rough, and we still have the full Alolan Sandslash in the back. And again, we're going to live this move. The next move, we might not live though. And we don't really want to keep a Azumarill alive, more so than something like Alolan Sandslash. So I do like throwing on bad timing here, just to get this move off. And then we'll switch so that they don't get a lot of energy. Probably have to shield this. Crunch could KO. Aqua Tail will not. And wow. Great call there at the end. Great call. All right. Well, GG's, everyone. Again, we are very, very fastly approaching the end of the season, so just make sure that you are using the best teams possible when you are trying to climb here in Open Great League, or if you're using any other, or if you're running in Open Ultra League or Open Master League, and I believe Catch Cup's happening right now too, now that I think about it. When I'm going down the list, I'm noticing that in my head. But yeah, hopefully this helped you all out, and if it doesn't, hopefully one of the other teams that were playing in the background also could have helped you, as those are very highly ranked players. I think this was around 3250 range. So yeah, try out the other two teams, or the other teams that we faced in the back. They're also going to be good teams, and I obviously can't make a million videos with that many teams. All right, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace. Subscribe. Hey, thank you for watching the video, and if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.